Hey there, and welcome to English Echoes podcast on YouTube. If you're looking to learn, grow, or just find some motivation, you're in the right place. Let's dive in.
Hello and welcome back to Podcast Name. Today, we're talking about a skill that has the power to change the way we connect with the world and express ourselves, improving your vocabulary. Building vocabulary is like planting seeds in a garden. Each word is a new flower, a new way to see or describe the world around us. Vocabulary is personal and powerful. It allows us to share our ideas, feelings, and dreams in ways that resonate deeply with others. So if you're ready to grow your garden of words and make each day a new adventure in language, let's get started on this journey together. Part 1. Why expanding your vocabulary is life-changing. Vocabulary is more than just words. It's a part of who we are. Words are the tools that help us explain the world as we see it. When you learn a new word, you're giving yourself a new way to express something in your life. 1. Building confidence. When we have a bigger vocabulary, we feel more confident speaking and writing. We can describe our ideas clearly, and people understand us better. This helps in personal relationships, work, and even casual conversations. 2. Understanding nuance. Many words have similar meanings, but slightly different feelings. For example, happy, content, and joyful all mean feeling good, but they each add a different shade. Content is calm and peaceful, while joyful is more energetic and bright. Learning vocabulary helps us see these beautiful details. 3. Connecting with others. Words help us connect. When we have the right words, we can better explain how we feel, share our stories, and understand others' experiences. Imagine being able to read a poem and truly feel what the writer was feeling, or listening to a song and knowing every word. Part 2. Make reading a daily habit. Reading is one of the best ways to improve vocabulary. It introduces you to words you might not come across in everyday conversation and gives you a natural way to see how these words are used. 1. Start with topics you love. When you read about things you enjoy, you're more likely to remember the new words. If you love nature, pick up a book on plants, animals, or the environment. If you enjoy cooking, read about different recipes, ingredients, and cuisines. This way, learning feels less like studying and more like exploring your interests. 2. Explore different types of reading. Try to mix it up with different styles of reading: fiction, non-fiction, articles, and poetry. Fiction might give you rich descriptions and emotions, while non-fiction gives you clear, detailed explanations. Every type of writing has its own vocabulary. 3. Don't just read, reflect. As you read, don't rush. Take a moment to think about what the words mean and how they make you feel. Sometimes, a sentence has more impact when you stop and imagine the scene or emotions it describes. By reflecting on the words you read, you make a stronger memory of them. Part 3. Keep a vocabulary journal. Your personal dictionary. A vocabulary journal is like a treasure chest of all the beautiful words you come across. It helps you keep track of new words, meanings, and examples, so you can return to them and watch your vocabulary grow. 1. Record your new words. Each time you encounter a word you like or don't know, jot it down in your journal. Write its definition and maybe a sentence that shows how it's used. You can even add synonyms or similar words to make it easier to remember. To organize by theme. Sometimes it's helpful to group words by theme or category. For example, you could have a section for emotions, one for nature, one for technology, and so on. This organization helps you remember words in context and makes it easier to find them later. 3. Review and reflect often. Take time each week to go through your journal. When you revisit these words, try saying them out loud or using them in a sentence. Each review helps lock the words in your memory and make them part of your vocabulary. Part 4. Speak and write with your new words. Learning words is only the beginning. Using them is what makes them truly yours. Speaking and writing help you practice and make these new words feel like a natural part of your everyday language. 1. Practice in conversations. Each day, try to use a new word in a conversation. Even if you're just talking to yourself, saying the word out loud makes it feel more familiar. The more you use a word, the easier it becomes to remember it in the future. To write for yourself, Keep a personal journal where you write about your day or reflect on how you're feeling. Use the new words you're learning in your sentences. You can even write short stories or poems with them. Writing makes you more comfortable with each word and gives you a chance to explore its different meanings. 3. Build a word of the day routine. Every morning, choose one word to focus on for the day. Write it on a sticky note, keep it on your phone, or say it a few times throughout the day. By giving each word attention, you make a memorable connection that will help it stay with you. Part 5. Use tools like flashcards and apps. Flashcards and language apps are amazing for building vocabulary in a quick, easy way. They're interactive and make learning feel less like a chore and more like a game. 1. Create flashcards. Make physical flashcards with the word on one side and the definition on the other. Quiz yourself whenever you have a few free moments. Or if you prefer, use digital flashcard apps like Anki, which lets you study anytime, anywhere. 2. Use vocabulary apps. There are so many helpful apps designed to help you learn new words, like Duolingo, Quizlet, or Memrise. They make learning fun with quizzes, games, and regular reminders. 3. Stay consistent. Flashcards and apps work best when you practice daily. Even if you only spend 5 minutes each day, that's enough to make real progress over time. Remember, vocabulary is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. Part 6. Listen to English media for a natural feel of words. Listening to English in music, podcasts, or movies gives you a sense of how words are used naturally. It helps you understand how words feel, not just what they mean. 1. Choose things you enjoy. Pick songs, shows, or podcasts that interest you. Listening is more engaging when you care about the topic. Plus, hearing words used in context makes it easier to remember their meanings and feel. 2. Look up words you don't know. Don't feel pressured to understand every single word right away. But if you hear a word several times, look it up to see what it means. Apps like YouTube have subtitles, which can help you follow along and catch new words. 3. Repeat and practice speaking aloud. Hearing a word is one step, saying it aloud is another. Try repeating sentences or even whole phrases that you hear. This helps with pronunciation and makes the words feel more natural to you. Part 7. Make your environment a learning space. Building vocabulary becomes easier when you're surrounded by words. Try to make your space a little environment of learning. 1. Label objects around you. If you're learning new words, try labeling things in your room or home. Each time you see the label, you'll remember the word without even trying. 2. Follow vocabulary pages or groups. Join social media groups or follow pages that post interesting words, language facts, or vocabulary tips. A little bit of exposure each day makes a big difference. 3. Engage with others online. Find language learning forums or groups where people share tips and vocabulary. Sometimes you'll see words used in new and interesting ways that help you understand them better. Part 8. Be patient and enjoy the process. Learning vocabulary isn't a race, it's a journey. Words are treasures, and each one brings you closer to understanding and expressing yourself fully. 1. Practice a little every day. Just a few minutes a day can make a big difference. Think of each word as a building block that slowly, steadily builds your knowledge. To celebrate small wins, each new word you learn is an accomplishment, so give yourself credit. Take pride in every new word, every sentence you build, and every time you express yourself more fully. These small moments add up to big changes over time. 3. Trust the process. If you forget a word, don't worry, that's natural. Just keep practicing, and over time, words will become second nature. You're building a lifelong skill, and each word is a step on that journey. And that brings us to the end of today's episode on how to improve your vocabulary. I hope these tips and ideas inspire you to embrace learning new words as part of your everyday life. Remember, vocabulary is a bridge that helps you connect with the world, express your unique voice, and explore new ideas. Thank you so much for listening to Podcast Name. I'm so grateful to have you with me, and I hope you feel excited to start or continue growing your vocabulary. Keep reading, keep listening, and most of all, keep learning. Until next time, take care and happy word collecting.